Hello all. Some important news has come up. Let's go right over and look at the board. Okay, the Canadian Energy let's see, what do they call that? The Canadian Energy Minister has a proposal. A third route for the oil coming out of the tar sands. It's coming out of Edmonton. We know about the Keystone, and we know about the one over the Cascades into the Pacific Ocean. But there's a third proposal which goes all the way up to the Arctic Ocean and proposes that they do a deep water port there, and they build this pipeline going all the way north through the tundra. Several problems with that. First of all, it's a heated pipe. Has to be heated to get oil in that cold of an environment all the way to the north. So the heat is going to heat up the area all around the pipeline. Well, unfortunately, this pipeline is going to be above ground, and it will be basically a barrier against anything going one way or another. So you're putting a big fence up. Every once in a while, when they put these pipelines in, they'll do something like that to let the animals go through, but they're every so often. Every time they do that, it slows the oil, so they can't do that very much, especially with this kind of oil. It's so thick and sandy. So it's going to do permanent damage to the land, to the air, and cause immense environmental damage. Second of all, you're going to have to bring ships into the Arctic Ocean all year round to pick up the oil and ship it all the way around Alaska. And where are they going to ship it to? That's an interesting question. One of the native flowers here in San Francisco, called the monkey flower, blooms almost all year round. And in warm in warm winters, like this one, it even blooms during the winter. Well, it looks like Saudi Arabia has been building and continues to build more oil refineries. Let me show you what I mean. OPEC has two projects going out of many, two new oil refineries. The reason this is news, heavy oil. So the Canadians bringing on heavy oil, and Saudi Arabia and OPEC will be refining it into oil. This is extremely difficult to do because most of the oil that comes out of heavy oil is made of sand and different types of grit and little rocks and pieces of stick and leaves and you name it, it's in there. And all that has to be taken out of the oil before the oil then can be processed into something else. Heavy oil is a very low quality oil, full of sulfur, really bad stuff. It takes a lot of oil to process heavy oil. The question is, will it take so much oil to dig the tar sands out of the ground, ship it through one of these pipelines to a ship, then the ship goes all the way to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia then processes the oil into more usable oil. Then that oil is shipped around the world to different refineries to make different products. Because it's such a high sulfur oil, all these refineries will be polluting far more because of the sulfur and because of all this transportation just to get one barrel of oil. So where it may have cost us this much to get a barrel out, now it's going to be costing that much, and you end up, it takes a full barrel to make a barrel, and you end up with no gain at all. You just end up doing a circle, using up all your oil and money being made. And at this time, let's go up and see what barges are doing in the bay. It's the weekend, so there's no reason to really go over and look at Brent crude prices or gasoline prices, since they never change during the week and are the same prices as they were on the last video. Well, today there seems to only be two barges in San Francisco Bay. Alright, I wanted to apologize for the blurry video last time. Equipment's just getting too old. It says it's on one setting, but it really isn't. Okay, Aaron Chairman left several comments on the last video, and it sounded to me like he was just trying to figure out what the end game is going to be. And honestly, You know, there's a couple things that people aren't talking about. One is population and the other is the nuclear. If we lose one nuclear plant and it catches fire and all that smoke goes out throughout the globe, you know, that will kill everyone off. And that just takes one plant, such as Fukushima. If that ever melts down completely, we're all cooked. But yeah, it could be wars, it could be, it'll be something because we're running out of energy. And the haves won't be having as much, and they will be getting very upset and trying to steal everybody else's haves to keep their lifestyle. So, what are you guys doing about the global oil shortage? What do you think is going to happen? Are you doing anything like riding bikes, using less plastic materials? Let me know. Okay, well, I'm doing a video today. It's Sunday because I think it'll be too hot the rest of the week. It's already pretty hot today. So, this may be it for the week. It may not be. So until next time, and thanks for the comments and the subscriptions. I appreciate them all.